Hello people, I just want to quickly talk about groups of people, and I'm going to use my two enemies as a perfect example. I know I've more enemies than two, but two of them are on the attack at the moment. These two people are basically on another website, a forum site, and they are speaking with each other a lot in public light. Everybody can see what they're writing. They're probably doing private posts too, but the point is that what's in public light is the two of them binding and bonding, really bonding together, and sticking up for each other, but only the two of them. There are people in the surrounding area, maybe in the same group, but don't seem to be commenting. It just seems to be these two people talking with each other, and that's great that they support each other. The only problem with that though is that they're actually excluding others out of there, and myself is being mentioned in some of their posts, which is sad for them at the end of the day, that they can't just let it go. But obviously it's sad as well technically that I can't let it go either. See, a friend of mine said to me that these people, they do care, because the fact that they're commenting and they're getting angry, meaning that they do care. And so my friend is right there, that yes, they obviously do care, because most people don't care, and they don't bother, and they don't respond, and they don't send a message, and they don't react, and they don't disagree. So the fact that we are disagreeing and whatever is a good thing. Back to my point, waffle, is that, groups, and this is a dig, this is a to most, if not all, religious people or churchgoers. Because most churchgoers, and I mean any institution, any building that represents the house of God, yeah. So it doesn't have to be a church; it could be anything else. It could be a synagogue, it could be a mosque, and whatever else the other churches are called, or houses of God. Okay. But most of those people that congregate together in a firm belief of something, because they all believe the same thing. That is my point. That is mad and bad and sad. That most of the time, and we'll take the very stubborn Mormons as a very good example. The Mormons can't take no for an answer, yet they come across as very polite. Excuse me. They come across as very polite and lovely people, but they've only got one mission on their brain, and that's to convert you into their belief system. Now, the two of my enemies, who by the way weren't enemies all my life, but certainly have become that themselves, they are, I don't know how to say it, but they are simply, let me be clear, slander is not a problem on my level. I don't worry about that sort of stuff. But what I'm thinking of here is not how am I going to say it to not offend you, but more like how am I going to say it just in general, because my brain is scatty-brained at the moment without testosterone, which by the way I don't think I'll ever take again, even though I said last week that I really need to take it again. I think groups just basically who shun out people who are not like them are bad groups. I think groups of people like we have it in this society, where if you're not Muslim you can't go into a mosque, if you're not Christian, then you're. Well, it's not totally true. It's not, that doesn't work both ways. But my point is that like groups segregate too much, and they shun out or they banish people that have done them wrong. Now, in the example of people who go to houses of God, obviously God is supposed to be an all-loving higher being, and a forgiver and all that sort of stuff. So why aren't all these people who are going to houses of God not forgiving and accepting and loving and caring? I know millions of you in this world are, but then there's zillions of you that aren't. And it's hard to find somebody that's a good-natured person. It's hard to find somebody that is a hero, because most people don't care. They don't care to know. They don't care to go through, let's call it crap. They don't like to go through crap. Yet they don't mind watching crap on television, and they don't mind watching violent scenes on a movie, and they don't mind screaming and ranting and raving at people that they don't know over an internet, because they will never be found and caught or charged with anything. I think another prime example actually is the only forum site that I'm actually banned from, which is xxytalk.com, which all my fellow XXY male people go to. I'm not sure how many XXY females go there, because it's not an all-encompassing, lovely environment, with me there it could be, but then of course people are going to have to listen. People of the group are going to have to listen to an individual speak, and that's the problem. Why can't people be individuals within a group? Why can't we have a group called People Group, and everybody's an individual, and we all have our say, and we have to be then strong enough to deal with people disagreeing and arguing with us. But I think that's better than just ignoring, banning, shunning out people, or simply just not allowing them into the group. I mean, who's the boss of the world here? Have we got any leaders out there? Not really, no. No leaders really that are talking too much sense. Yeah, so there you go. Groups, I think, need a bit of analysing. Ciao, ciao.